Demi Lovato says she is not talking to Selena Gomez or the Jonas Brothers anymore. One Direction is reuniting for their 10th anniversary. Northwest crashes her mom's PSA. And the celeb couples, they are going to extremes in quarantine. This is ET Live at Home. We need to get into this tea because it has me a little shook, but also kind of sad and disappointed. Demi Lovato, right? She just did an interview with Harper's Bazaar when she was asked about her relationships, or lack thereof, I should say, with Selena Gomez and Jonas Brothers, you know, her pals from her early Disney days. And her answer was kind of surprising.
Yeah, so basically hearing that she is not friends with Selena Gomez anymore was a dagger right to the heart, because these girls grew up together from Barney days to grown adults and everything in between, rising to stardom, both on their own tracks, also being in the Disney family, also being almost like family members to each other. Their moms were friends, their families were friends, the siblings. It's obviously, as you grow up as an adult, you know, people come and go in your lives, but I thought that Barney friendship would be forever.
I was a little surprised because we saw after Demi made her big comeback at the Grammys this past year where she sang her new single. It was really emotional. Everyone was rooting for her. And Selena actually reposted that on her Insta stories, throwing her support at her. And they actually asked Demi about that. And she says, when you grow up with someone, you're always going to have love for them. But I'm not friends with her. So it felt ... And the reporter says that's when she kind of like paused and then moved on and said, I will always have love for her and I wish everybody nothing but the best. I feel like there was something she wanted to say, but she was like, you know what? This is not the place for it. And I wonder what it is that put that strain. Obviously, Demi went through her own life stuff, and Selena, of course, as well, and her own health scares and struggles. But like, you're right, because of their history and that little Grammy moment too, I was like, oh, sweet. It's like women still supporting women in the industry.
Oh, 100%. And Selena Gomez, no matter what, will always, be representative of that female empowerment. Yeah. But I think it would be more so if she didn't say anything, fans would pick up on that. Yeah. And I'm talking about Selena here. And then also with Demi, what she said, she didn't need to go into detail. When she said, quote, when you grow up with somebody, you're always going to have love for them, but I'm not friends with her. So it felt, that's all she needed to say for everyone to, feel that heartbreak right there and know that they're not friends anymore. She doesn't need to go into detail. She literally explicitly said, we're not friends anymore. I don't think we will ever know really what happened behind closed doors. To be honest with you, I really don't think these two women had I don't think there was like an issue per se. I think it was just really a case of maybe adults going their separate ways and not maintaining that friendship. And, I really don't think there's like one particular issue, like a man or something like that,
I don't think there was like a falling out. Yeah, I don't think there's like a falling out. And I want to say that, like, it's also hard when you're reading these interviews in print. Like, it's all quotes, right? I almost wonder if she just meant technically, like as a technicality, friends. We don't call each other. We're not checking in on each other all the time. We don't hang out. Like, that's what you do with friends.
Well, no one's hanging out these days.
That's true.
It's via Zoom.
Right, but we're checking in with our friends. We're FaceTiming. We're texting. So maybe they just don't have that connection anymore. And that's what she means by we're no longer friends. But I do believe when she says, I still have love for her, obviously. They've gone through so much together. But the Jonas Brothers too, though. Obviously, Demi has collaborated with, better than anybody. She's collaborated with the Joe Bros so many times, like through the Camp Rock films. And when she was asked about whether she keeps in touch with the Joe Bros, the reporter says she just shook her head no, simply, and put it at that.
To be honest with you, I'm very surprised about Selena. I'm not surprised about the Jonas Brothers.
Really?
Because think of the Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato and what that chapter of these boys meant to her. That was a huge chunk of her past that she might want to forget because of all of the hardship that she was going through. She was struggling with her, alcohol abuse and drug abuse during that chapter when they were on tour together. She obviously had her own personal relationships, with Joe Jonas at the time and whatnot.
Dated him, right?
maybe that's just a chapter that she wants to close. And then again, I mean, people move on and go their separate ways. And obviously all three of the boys are married now. You know, Kevin has a family. Not that I don't think she was like the closest with Kevin anyway, but you know, they all have their own lives. They're married, and you know, it's just, it's sad, but it's life that people, you know, grow apart.
It happens, right? And it's definitely something she confronted literally head on and directly in the I Love Me video. Remember, we saw those like three.
Yes.
Like,
And she walked right by them with metaphor that she's leaving them in the past. The one, though, out of all of, you know, the Jonas Brothers she don't talk to anymore, Selena Gomez, she's not friends with them anymore, but Miley Cyrus, she's good with her. That was, you know, in this Harper's Bazaar spread, she really says that Miley is the only person from the Disney era that she actually keeps in touch with. She says, quote, she's awesome and I love her to death and always will, always have. But I think she's the only one from the era I will stay in touch with, or I still stay in touch with. I really wonder why that is.
With the Joe Bros in particular, I wonder if it's because, you know, obviously they are managed by her former manager. What is it, Phil McIntyre? And she's, of course, since moved on with Scooter Braun. So maybe it's also like a business thing that's driving a bigger wedge. Right. Like, just, not that it's the cause of anything, but that it's like pushing her further apart from them. Because, of course, she also goes on to say that her relationship with Ariana Grande, who's also managed by Scooter Braun, has strengthened. And she says, I love the fact that Ari and I have such a supportive friendship because it's hard to find two women who are in a competitive industry. The whole world seems to want to pit women against each other. So it'd be easy to do that. But she goes, you know, I've always appreciated like her relationships with females, which I thought was interesting to know after just saying that she's no longer talking to Selena either, you know, but at least she has some friends in the industry still.
You know, there's that saying that I feel like our families always told us growing up, especially in those high school days. It's better to have, what is it? It's better to have one dime than 10 pennies.
Yeah.
Quality is better than quantity. There's another one. It's spit metaphors all day. You know, as you grow up, you know, go through friends and circles of groups of people, you figure out who you want next to you in the long haul. And then when you have someone like Demi Lovato, who has been through a lot in her personal life, when you go through something as traumatic as, you know, her overdose in 2018, you realize also then in times like that, who really has your back, who does not have ulterior motives, who really is going to be by you through thick and thin. And maybe she saw people's true colors then. I don't know. Someone
who knows that better than anybody, how relationships can ebb and flow, change. 1 minute you're together, 1 minute you're not, is One Direction.
Yes.
And it looks like the guys have finally put the past behind them, because a source tells ET that 1D, that means all 5 guys are planning on reuniting for the 10th anniversary of the band forming, which is so exciting because obviously ever since the Zayn drama, I feel like they never came back from that. They put out a really good album with just the 4 of them without Zayn. That was amazing. They sold millions of records, went on this massive world tour. But I think fans always felt like, that one piece is missing.
Well, yes, 100, literally that one piece, that one person in One Direction. But I just love that, you know, obviously they are all grown men. They've gone on their own adventures as solo artists and they've had tremendous success, but they recognize that they would not be where they are right now if it weren't for those fans. So doing something significant for the 10-year anniversary, you know, obviously we don't know what it is exactly right now. Our source tells us that, you know, due to the COVID-19 outbreak, due to other factors of everyone being in different locations, and then also the mere factor that each person, each artist has different management and labels, they're not able to like come together yet on something concrete, but they know that they need and want to do something special for their fans, which is really nice. And I love that they're not gonna like go the Spice Girls route and then like have a Posh not be involved. Like I love that they're all coming together.
My light just went out, so you have to forgive. Oh, there it is. Oh my God. This comes after the guys have said that they're down for a reunion. Like Harry Styles told Rolling Stones, Niall told James Corden. Simon Cowell told me, he's like, in 5 or 10 years, I don't remember what the time was, but he said, I guarantee One Direction will reunite for something.
Yeah, he said it was inevitable.
Is inevitable. Do you think, though, that it'll be something that sticks, or is it just going to be this like reunion special thing for the 10th anniversary? Like, is Zayn down to be part of the group again?
I think it's going to be a one-time thing because you have people like Niall, who was just about to embark on this, you know, solo huge tour for himself. And then also Harry Styles doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Really, I don't think schedule-wise, logistically, they're going to be able to do a full One Direction revamp right now. I think they're going to do something really sweet and intimate for their fans for the 10-year anniversary and then see how that goes, because I feel like it's something that the fans are going to go nuts over, and it's going to be this huge success. And, you know, you want to keep that going, obviously. So I think that there is potential, but I think in the meantime, it's going to be like this huge one-time thing. Oh my God, look, they're reuniting, and then let that simmer, and then have conversations in the background, and then surprise us with something.
Fans are so stoked. Like, there's so multiple 1D hashtags trending. They all decided to hop on the same playlist and play it at the same time in honor of the guys. But more importantly, they spotted that all the guys started following Zayn again, which I live for that.
The Directioners have, they definitely have a leg up on you and I. We are good with our CIA, FBI investigations, but they are on another level, the Directioners.
Listen, I respect stans and fandom so hard because they bring the information that no one else can get. So good eyes, guys.
Oh, they literally noticed everything from the boys following Zayn again to the fact that the official website for the group is like reactivated, and there's a 2020 copyright. I don't know about you, but I know time is kind of frozen right now, but I know we are in 2020.
And the header on their Twitter account apparently changed too. I mean, the signs are there. They're giving us the breadcrumbs, Cassie.
That is what the Jonas Brothers did when they reunited. Do you remember their Instagram account? All of a sudden, the profile was black, and then they just revamped everything, and then a couple weeks later, it was confirmed. It was official. Like, that's all the breadcrumbs that lead to the whole bread.
All I have to the whole loaf. All I have to say to that is I'm looking at you, Destiny's Child. Where you at? Let's get it together, ladies. Come on now. Coachella wasn't enough for me.
I was gonna say they did the Coachella thing. They broke the internet, and now they're simmering. They've got questions in the background. Listen, I talked to Mama Tina about this, and I'm a good body language reader, and I'm pretty sure she gave me hints that it will happen one day. I'm pretty sure.
I'm putting it out in the universe. Okay, it's time. Go on tour, ladies. I need to see you. Okay, let's talk about Northwest, because obviously she's quarantining with her parents, Kim and Kanye, and her siblings. But I think North is still dying of attention. She is so over her siblings, and she is literally attached at the hip of her mom, Kim.
She won't leave her alone.
She won't leave her alone. Here's further proof. This is North crashing Kim's PSA about social distancing.
Okay, so guys, we just want you to social distance. There's so many fun, amazing projects you can do. You can spend time with your kids and have so much fun. Trust me, I want to get out more than you know. It's really important to also do mental health checks on your friends and your loved ones.
You should be more busy of your kids, not your friends.
Facts.
Kim literally cannot get away from her.
She's gonna have to upgrade her mansion to an even bigger one so she can figure out even more rooms to hide in. She literally just posted a video of, a few days ago doing her makeup in like a guest bathroom because her kids would not leave her alone.
Brows are a mess. What, sweetie? Okay, Northy.
Can I wash my hands?
Can you do it in the other room? I'm in the middle of something. I don't want to get this all wet, sweetie. I'm hiding in the guest room, you guys. I'm hiding in the guest room because my kids will not leave me alone.
And she was like, North, please, all I want to do is this makeup tutorial. Please, can I have like 3 minutes? And North was like, well, that's mean. Well, no, she just needs her space. And she's trying to do a PSA, a serious PSA. And North is like peeking around the corner. She loves the bright lights, Denny.
She does. And you can't blame her either because, you have to realize that a lot of these kids are not used to having their parents like at home all the time. And so
she's used to having a camera crew everywhere.
Right. And there's no camera crews. Also, when your parents are around, like it's a treat, right? I can only imagine. Like you're used to having fun with them when they come home from work or whatever. And so now it's like they feel like it's playtime. I need to be entertained and stimulated the entire time. But I'm not a parent, obviously, but I would be Kim. But I also don't have a mansion where I could run and play.
Right? Exactly.
Like, I would be going mad. I'd be going crazy. I hate to say it, but it's true.
Can we also talk about the power of the Kardashians? I mean, these are Kardashian Jenners, I should say. This family, it's like if they say jump, people are like, how high? Because not only did, the governor of California, recruit Kim to do this PSA, but you also had the Surgeon General recruiting Kylie to speak to her fans and encourage people to stay at home and practice social distancing. I guess that's the whole word, influencer, is to influence people to do a certain thing. And here they are talking to their millions of fans, but it's also like, really, is that what it took? We needed a Kardashian to remind people to stay home?
Honestly, yes. I'm like, multiple millions of followers combined, like, do it, okay? Whatever it takes to get us out of here faster. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people stepping up, and we appreciate it. Healthcare workers, everybody, people at grocery stores, people delivering our food. Yeah. But listen, those people don't have 27 million followers on Instagram. Like, Kim, lead the way just so we can go on with our summers. Okay, Cass, we got to move on and talk about your boy, Blake Shelton, because he's rocking a very outrageous haircut courtesy of Gwen. What did you think?
You know what? Listen, it's just hair. It will grow back. Blake could have zero hair and he would still look good, because you know what? It's about what's on the inside that matters. And he is, from, firsthand experience, he's one of the nicest, funniest, most down-to-earth people I've ever met in my entire life. And so I really think he could do no wrong when it comes to the appearance. But
even a mullet?
But he is country, and that is prime country right there. That's the mullet. And I love that it's a time right now to be creative. I mean, hello, I'm wearing like a hot pink magenta lip just because. You can try whatever you want right now. Gwen Stefani gave him stripes not too long ago. We saw that when they posted it on Twitter. And now they're taking it to the next level. Like, this is their thing during quarantine. I mean, they've been locked together on his land for, weeks now, a month now. And they're just, he said, Gwen, nobody but you with the Clippers. Get it, guys?
Plug their song. No, it's so good.
Yeah.
Wait, speaking of them quarantining in Oklahoma together, like, they are loving it. You can tell on social media, and her popping up on his Instagram live with all these cute flirty comments. But a source also told ET that them getting away from the city into Oklahoma during, like, while we're all practicing social distancing was like the right call for them, and they're enjoying the time with the kids. And he's always loved bringing them to Oklahoma. They're like fishing and doing all this outdoorsy stuff. I'm like, and of course that's like their second home. Yeah. I think the quarantine was exactly what Gwen and Blake wanted, and it's probably doing wonders for the family. I'm kind of jealous, but I'm not jealous of that mullet. I am so sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you could pull off a mullet, because you are not Blake Shelton. You are not like, walking around with your guitar and spitting country words. And
I'll tell you what though, I would rock a full face beat though. Did you see this? Cody Simpson. Mm-hmm. He is shutting down any signs of toxic masculinity, because he let Miley give him a full face beat. Pretty or not, he went for it. And also was like teasing these like steamy new photos with Miley, like this whole photo shoot they did. So you talk about getting creative during quarantine. They are really doing it up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, what else do we have to do? Or what else do we have to do, I should say? He's given me a run for my money though. I mean, he went full glam. Did you see his highlighter? It could shine to outer space.
It was popping.
Have you let your boyfriend like do anything like maintenance wise or whatnot on you yet?
I mean, I've said this a million times on etlive at home, but he did cut my hair, like the sides of it. Yeah. Also, this is gonna sound silly, but I recently got my ear pierced like this past year, right?
No,
I know, but I finally am able to like switch out the ring, and so I did, except I couldn't get this off. Like right now, I have the little stud. Here, let me see closer. Yeah. And it was so hard to get off. I'm not used to jewelry or earrings, and so I literally couldn't take it off, and I couldn't put it back on. I needed his help. I literally needed his help.
Well, what are you going to change it to? I mean, I know it's a time to be creative, but like, let's not go too, okay. Oh boy. Holding my breath over here. What is Denny going to change his ear piercing to?
And you can see that I'm wearing gray sweats still, could you? You're going to hate it, but I got
I hate the stud.
You hate the earring. You hated it. You're like, I hate change. I got a little dangly feather guy. Wait, can you see? She's leaving. She hates it. I just wanted I wanted a little Rufio moment.
Denny, we're not at Coachella.
This is going to sound dumb, but again, what else are we going to do? I didn't get to go to Coachella.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I did this for Coachella, actually, is what I was trying to say. Like, I bought it for last weekend. Anyway.
You know what? It's a time to be creative. If you want to rock the feather earring, by all means, rock it. If you want to give yourself a mullet, by all means, go ahead, go do that too. You do you, boo. You be creative.
You too. I know you had to rely on your roommate to take out your extensions.
Oh, we full on. That was the first day of quarantine. I gave her the pliers, and we actually literally lifted my hair and loosened up the extensions and pulled them out. I'm like, I'm embracing the all natural right now, says the woman who's got 9-inch lashes on and whatnot.
Give your hair a break.
When I'm not doing this, like, it is full face masks, skin care, hair care, putting the masks, like everything. The only thing that's really rough, I mean, my nails are all natural, but I mean, I bit them to the core. They look nasty.
Oh my God. Honestly, I talked to Rita Ora. She misses getting her nails done. Everyone's hating the natural hair.
Everybody that I've spoken to, Carly Pierce, Lauren Lane, everyone's like, oh my God, my nails. But I luckily didn't do, like, I never have done gel just because I like to do my own nails, and like budget wise, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it myself. So I lucked out in this quarantine. I didn't have to remove anything or whatnot, but.
Well, listen, embrace the all natural while you can, because we'll go back to normal pretty soon. All right, I am on low battery for this laptop, so let's move on to the last story. Working from home, folks. Okay, this family of 6 in Washington, speaking of getting creative, they're a little bored, cooped up at home during quarantine, so they took it upon themselves to recreate Journey's 1983 music video for Separate Ways, and it's so epic. Take a look.
Someday love will find you. Break those chains that bind you. One night will remind you. Oh, we touched away our separate ways. If he ever hurts you, true love won't desert you. You know I still love you. Though we touched away our separate ways.
But that really lifted my spirits, and we hope it lifted your guys' too. That does it for today's ET Live at Home. Cassie, I missed you so much. What a treat.
Let me tell you, I know I used to be like attached at your hip when we were in the office, but when we get back, I'm like, you may run, but you can't hide from me. I'm gonna be all over you.
You're my Northwest. I'm Kim Kardashian.
I am your Northwest.
I'm not gonna be able to shake you, and that's okay. All right, well, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you stick with ET Live, and of course here on ET Live YouTube channel for a whole lot more during quarantine. Love to y'all.
Mwah.